We are live at Chickie's and Pete's in South Philadelphia, and we are coming to you. My name is Charlie Armstrong, and I am the founder of GIMMICK Entertainment. And my company for the past year has been agenting Mr. Bill all over the world, and we've got a huge announcement, a monstrous announcement, as you would. But no better person in the world to do a monster announcement than Danny Cage, the head trainer and coach and owner of the Monster Factor. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny Cage.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, Chickie's and Pete's. Growing up, reading Bill Apter, it's surreal to be here because now we're actually friends, and I used to read him in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, The Wrestler magazine, and the book that he has written is Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken. I read it. I usually don't have time to read books, but I tell you what, this book has been unbelievable. You can almost hear his voice in my head as I'm reading these pages and going through all the wonderful stories, and actually one of our trainers is featured in the book, the Blue Meanie. So without further ado, everybody welcome Bill Apter.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you all very much. And thank you all for being here, people from the press, fans, and so many of you from the Monster Factory. Danny, you had mentioned, and Charlie had mentioned that today is going to be a monster of an announcement. And I'm here at Chickie's and Pete's in South Philly, the premier sports bar and restaurant in South Philly, to announce right now that, well, how many of you have read the book? Show of hands, please. Yeah. So many of you have read the book. Well, now you're actually going to be able to hear the book. I'm here to announce for the first time anywhere that Audible, which is the largest audio book company in the universe, has signed me to do the audio book. Actually, the past week I have spent at Forge Recording Studios in Orland, Pennsylvania, and recorded the entire audio book, and it will be available later this year. So I'm very excited about this. You've read the stories, and now you're going to be able to hear them. How many of you, by your applause, can actually, like you said, hear my voice when you were reading the book? Yeah? All right. So, Danny, I'd like to give you the opportunity to introduce the gentleman on your right.
Sure.
This is one of our coaches, QT Marshall, Ring of Honor star as well, current heavyweight champion of the MFPW, and also a coach at the world famous Monster Factory, Punisher Martinez, and Ring of Honor star as well.
Thank you, Danny.
And by the way, if people want to get in touch with the Monster Factory, how do they go about doing that?
You can hit us up on Twitter at 4MonsterFactory. I have email monsterfactorytv@gmail.com. And of course, I give my cell phone out to everybody, 609-471-7904.
Hopefully you'll be getting a lot of calls. Charlie Armstrong, you've been agenting my entire book tour on behalf of Modern Vintage Wrestling and GIMMICK Entertainment. Please, very quickly, to the people here who are not familiar with GIMMICK, please give them a
little speech of that.
Absolutely. GIMMICK Entertainment is only a year old. We'll be celebrating our first anniversary in June. We've accomplished a lot. We have working relations with Ring of Honor. We work with Future Wrestling in Las Vegas, working with the NWA. Just huge chance for us to grow every day. One of our pet projects, obviously, was your book tour. Now it'll be, as we go into the audio stage of it, and as well as your one-man show. We're very proud and very honored to get to work with Bill on many more projects to come. And anybody out there that wants to check us out, we're very easy to find GIMMICK Entertainment on Facebook, as well as you can email us, info@GIMMICK. And we're easy to work with. Love working with promotions and companies, and continuing to build great relationships in the business.
Thank you, Charlie. Sure.
I have one question for all of you people. Actually, is my comb over okay here? All right, just want to check.
sweet.
Just want to, that it's still sweet. And is wrestling fixed? All right, you got the idea. So we have some press people here, so I'd like to come around right now.
Are there any secrets that you reveal in the audio version of the book that were not in the written book?
There are one or two things that I elaborated on that may not have been in the book. So yeah, yes. Thank you, good question. Yes, sir. Stand up.
Yes, wonderful job on the print version, by the way. I noticed that the print version of the book was just about 300 pages. How long did it take you to record the audiobook?
That is a story. We started on Sunday about 3 hours and we went all the way through to Thursday. It took 18 and a half hours to record the entire book. And I really thought my voice would start really going, but telling me to stop talking is like telling the Pope not to pray. I could go on for days. So thank you very much. Great question. Next question, please. Yes, young lady. A lady.
Now, I know you quote many wrestlers in your book. Do you plan on doing their voices in the audiobook?
Actually, there are imitations of several of the wrestlers in the audiobook. You'll get a little Terry Funk in there. You'll get some Hulkamania. You might get some Macho Man. So yeah, there are a lot of different voices in the book. Thank you very much. Next question. This gentleman over here. Sir, would you stand up, please?
Mr. Apter, are you injecting your one-man show into the audiobook?
They will. The one-man show that I've been doing. By the way, the air conditioning is catching my comb over here, so it works really well. I will be doing the one-man show to go with both the book and the audio version put out by Audible. But we do talk about that in the audio book as well. Do you want to know if there are parts of the one-man show on that?
I would love to know if there's any particular pieces of the one-man show, such as No Masculus.
No, you have to come out and see it. Okay? Hopefully you'll all come out and see it one day. By the way, I want to thank Metro Media over here for videotaping this today. And where can they find you on the internet?
MetroMedia4.com.
You got that? All right, next question. Yes, sir.
Definitely read the book. I'm a fan. I really enjoyed it. Your name is synonymous with journalism in professional wrestling, so I expected no less. The title of the book, half of the title is Wrestling Fixed? So, all jokes aside, let's get down to it. Is wrestling fixed?
Why don't you stand up? Come on over. Let's have a big hand for this gentleman. Your name?
My name's George.
And your question was exactly?
Is wrestling fixed?
I don't know if I can actually answer that in the way it should be answered, but I do have a friend here who might actually be able to give you a definitive answer on that particular question. He's behind you. So, what was your question?
Is wrestling fixed?
Is wrestling fixed? That's what he wants to know, is wrestling fixed? Oh, man! What was your question? What was your question, sir?
Is wrestling fixed? Is wrestling fixed?
And what's the answer?
I didn't know it was broken.
I don't think that's very audible. What was that?
I didn't know it was broken.
Audible enough?
I didn't know it was broken.
Now that is audible. You read the book. Now you can hear the stories. Right here.